I just can't believe that Senator John McCain and others are being so hypocritical with this Benghazi attack. They're brilliant people. They're even trying to block somebody from becoming Secretary of State because they feel that they're not forthcoming with information about the Benghazi attack, etc., etc. Now, this hypocrisy is serious because I recall, you know, 10, 11 years ago, in the original 911, when George Bush had just become president, his reign was looking tenuous. You know, he had nothing going, and apparently, like, folks were getting ready to start going to the streets and get rid of him after having stolen elections. But you know, 911 happened at work for him. Start talking crazy, start talking bad. He wanted to go into the Middle East. He wanted to crusade through the place and all that. Went over there and caused us a whole bunch of grief. Spent $5+ trillion. A whole bunch of people more died, and nothing to show for it. And these people are ready to fight for the next 100 years. I mean, President George Bush said he doesn't want Congress to investigate 911. So why are they investigating this 911? I mean, this president didn't need, you know, 911, Benghazi. Yes, we participated in getting rid of Gaddafi, but we didn't need it. I mean, we see that, you know, in the second second campaign in '04, George Bush had these two wars going, and you know, when people are at war, they don't generally want to change it. Right? And so I find it so hypocritical. Why George Bush didn't want us to investigate 911? I don't want to, you know, speculate here now or to, you know, get into anything here. But I'm just saying that what is good for the goose is good for the gander. And if it is that 911, which they have more thing of, I don't want to say pre-planning, but people know what was going to happen and so forth. Either they had a premonition or something before these terrorists got through the airport. How did they get through the airport? Did we investigate that? Did we investigate which planes were the attacked those buildings? What happened to the Pentagon? You know what I mean? And so on and so forth. There, in my view, in the first 911, there's so many discrepancies that a senatorial investigation would have thrown a lot of light into, and some people would have go to jail. You know, um, notwithstanding Condoleezza Rice did not criticize Benghazi, she just stayed quiet. And the president made it clear when he came to office, he said he had no intentions of investigating the Bush administration. So why now the Republicans, and the elections are over, really, yeah. We know the election was wrong, and so that hopefully they could have discredited him and said people say he's a liar until they get rid of him and so on, you know. And then we see this war, Romney is the best man for that. The people already decide that they don't want no more wars, they don't want to hear about Romney, and who cares about the details? We know that people died, and we should avoid it in the future. But I don't see any negligence as such, or any malicious intent in which the president got some people to do it so that he could look very martially or straight up like a you know, sort of a revolutionary, a warrior, a president or something like that. He's commander in chief, but he ain't looking for wars. So I mean, it's not, we're not going into a $5 trillion war, and we need to make sure that it's right. So let's investigate right before we step up in this war. None of that. And so, as I said, I'm surprised basically that Mr. McCain and others that are kind of being hypocritical in the way they approach this thing. As I said, you know, if we want to investigate 911, let us do both then, you know.